All right. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, the elect of Yahushai. First and foremost, Kal Halayim, Wahawad La, Abanawa Yahweh, Bahasham Hamashiach, Wamalak Yahushai. Double honor, as always, goes to the venerable apostles of the Great Millstone, GMS, who rule and teach Yasha Alawel through the Spirit, leading the flock by example. Enough respect, blessings, peace, citations to the Akim pushing this 100% gospel, good news, the world over, risking their life for Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai's sake, doing that in sincerity and honesty. To you few sisters who are doing the right thing, to you I say Shalom. Wa Adon Ra'azah, this lesson is edifying, which means Lord willing, Adon Ra'azah. So, you know, prophecy is just, again, it's just speaking, shouting at you clearly as we get inch closer, okay, to the coming of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, okay. And as you can see from the article on your screen, which is from Reuters, a very reputable source website, news source website, okay, which is updated 2 days ago, March 9th, 2023. This article came out, right, 2023 being the hopeful year that all prophecies come to pass. Okay, and the headline reads, India and US, Babylon the Great, to sign memorandum of understanding on the semiconductors. Okay, alright, so they're basically wanting these other nations to develop and manufacture more of these micro CHIPs. Okay, and obviously, we being in the technological age, all right, and with technology constantly evolving and improving, of course they're gonna push towards new mechanisms, all right, of having electronic CHIPs being inserted into human beings. Okay, which in other words is the MOTB, right, which is a major prophecy that must take place before the elect of the nation of Israel gets up out of here, out of captivity, right? And obviously mostly everything in technology, whether it be your PC, your mobile phone, all right, do use, all right, electronic chips, of course, all right, even with the technology in your vehicle, okay. And Esau Edom, all right, the so-called white man, his agenda is to place these into people, all right. But now the goal for the elites right now at this moment, okay, again, is to help manufacture these micro CHIPs, right? Because not too long ago they did mention, all right, a shortage of them. Okay, they did mention a shortage of these CHIPs being produced worldwide. I've got an article for that, and this is from EET Asia.com. Okay, and yeah, this was from last year, 2022. And the headline reads, how the semiconductor shortage is affecting the RFID industry. Okay. The CHIP shortfall is expected to endure until 2023, early 2024, according to the ID Tech. Alright. So C19 is a double sword. Alright. The Crown pushes businesses to adopt technologies quicker to improve production as well as management efficiency in order to survive. The C19, on the other hand, catalyzes an ongoing issue, the semiconductor shortage, that has had a substantial influence on a wide variety of businesses in recent years, including the RFID industry, which it would do. Okay, this is obviously based around technology. And they also had a shortage around, like, C-hips for vehicles, different, motor companies, different car companies. Right, so I get the main points in this. Okay. One of the leading UHF C-HIP suppliers stated in its Q3 2021 earnings call that semiconductor crisis has resulted in costs increasing across the entire supply chain, from wafers to components, assembly, packaging, and shipping. Okay. Let's go through some more. Alright, because, all technology needs these things. Alright. Sumco, a Japanese wafer provider, would invest 201.5 billion yen, which is 1.75 billion, dollars, in a new production of foundry in Japan's Sega prefecture, adjacent to current facilities. Building and equipment installation will begin this year, with full operation set to commence in 2025. All right. Let's go to the bottom of this. In today's RFID technology, the CHIP is critical. RFID is utilized in a wide range of industries, including personnel identification, contactless card transactions, and tracking commodities. That's right, because even your debit card uses these things. All right. So your security mechanisms uses these things. All right. So it's ranging from retail clothes to industrial parts. All right. So they've been developing this for a long time and been pushing forth to have more of these manufactured, but it might not have been at the forefront of the news. All right. So the MOTB, which is an acronym, the acronym of the scripture in Revelation chapter 13 verse 16. Lord willing, we'll go there. All right. Revelation 13 verse 16 on down. All right. Which of course we have to speak in codes, or else the YouTube bots, the algorithm, all right, they'll pick up on those words and strike our videos down. Okay. All right. So if you go back to the other article, and go further down. Semiconductor C-hips are seen on printed circuit boards in this illustration picture taken February the 17th, 2023. So New Delhi, March 9th. The United States and India will sign a memorandum of understanding on semiconductors as both countries discuss coordination of investment and continue dialogue around policies to spur private investment, U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo said on Thursday. All right. So Babylon the Great is working with these nations to set these devices up, and to go along with the New World Order. All right. And ultimately, this is all done through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, because it's prophecy. All right, it must come to pass before World War III takes place and before the elect of the nation of Israel gets delivered. Okay. All right. All these things are signs. All right. Like our Lord told, the 12 apostles who became disciples. All right. That the end is here. Well, the end is near. All right, and we are here. Okay. Right, the plan of Edom, right, starting with Amalek, the head tribe of the nation of Edom, the top elite banking families, all right, is to have absolutely everybody, all right, electronically tagged. But that won't be successful. Okay, the elect are not going to fall for this. They're not going to take this device, which really is an idol. Okay, because if you take it, you're worshipping the beast system. All right. Now you will have other rebel groups and stuff even amongst these heathens that won't be down with this agenda. All right, and because of this, okay, it'll cause a lot of people to be put to death, and some of the elect will be thrown into prison, even be beheaded. Some of them, for the witness of Yahweh Shai, for the testimony. Okay, that's why the elites have set up concentration camps, FEMA camps for people who oppose their New World Order, basically. Okay, that's why it's imperative that we gear our minds and prepare our minds of what's to come, because it surely is coming, man. We are heading to a dystopian society. Okay, just a matter of time. Okay, we're heading towards Jacob's trouble, but the Lord will save the elect out of Jacob's trouble. It's just that 2/3, okay, will perish therein, right, in Babylon the Great, aka the United Snakes of America. All right, let's get a second address, chapter 14, verse 14, which reads, "Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature." And the majority of our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, as well as the speckled bird Israelite foreigners around the world, alright, the majority of our people, they still adopt that weak nature, okay? They still move worldly, in a worldly fashion, okay? Having no faith and lack thereof, and trusting in the shadow of Egypt, in this society, in this world, okay? Verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times, okay? 2/3 are a prime example of that, alright? They're caught up with the cares of this life, okay? But the elect, they're going to put their faith and trust and hope in Yahweh Shem Shai, because all this is temporary that's around us, alright? And we have to get into that mindset of losing it all, alright? But again, 2/3 are in love with this world, alright, which is dying right before them, alright? Let's get back to the article. So it reads, Raimondo, who is on a 4-day trip to India, is accompanied by the chief executive officers of 10 USA companies and is scheduled to meet India's trade minister on Friday. Okay, the two nations will map the semiconductor supply chain together and identify opportunities for joint ventures and technology partnerships, Raimondo added. India has been seeking to attract more big-ticket investments under a $10 billion incentive plan for CHIP and display production, aiming to become a key player in the global supply chain. And man, they're really looking to tag the East Indians, right, with the Elamites, right, the nation of Elam, okay, because that country has a very high population, right along with Moab, the so-called Chinese, all right. Their population goes into the billions, and the majority of those people are poor. So, it would be ideal for the elites to, to have them C-hipped, micro C-hipped. All right. So it reads, last year the South Asian nation raised fiscal support for new local semiconductor facilities to cover 50% of project costs. All right. Short article, that's it on there. All right. So they're looking to, the USA looking to, push that, technology to India, and then, to other nations as well. We know Sweden's been doing it for, already for a while. Okay. So get precepts in the book of Revelation. Go straight to the scripture that we want. Alright. Revelation chapter 13. We'll go straight to verse 16, which reads, and he causeth all, right, this is talking about the world in an oikoumene sense, the inhabitants of the earth, alright, both small and great, so it doesn't matter what your status in this life is, okay, right, rich and poor, so you could be, someone who's on the streets, or someone who's well off, doing well in society, which is, middle class, rich, top class, alright, free and bond, right, whether you're in prison or not, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, right, so if you're going to the word mark, right, for you new brothers and sisters coming in, right, this mark, right, charagma, alright, which is a physical device, alright, a stamp, an imprinted mark, thin carved sculpture, graven work, alright, the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand is the badge of the followers of the anti-anointed, and there's many anti, Christ. So verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Alright, so you won't be able to function in this society, alright, if you don't take it. Okay. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. Okay. You know, Edom's main enemy, are the Israelites. All right. Because we're the sand of the sea. But again, the elect won't be deceived. Okay. Because ultimately, his plan is to is to tag everyone. That's just the twisted, warped mind. These devils, man, wants to target everyone because of his pride and his godlike complex. Let's get another scripture. It's the book of John, chapter 10, and verse 25. Right, Yahushua answered them, I told you, and you believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. Alright, that's why we're constantly, out here warning our people. Alright, because the Spirit of Yahushua is on us to do His works. Alright, we're bringing out His words. Alright, verse 26. But you believe not, because you are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. Alright, that's the people that lack faith in the Creator. Instead, they believe in themselves, social media and other, crap. Alright, they're not of the Lord's sheepfold. Because remember, Yahushua came to die for the nation of Israel, starting with the elect first. Alright, go to verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Verse 28. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. Alright, and that's the elect. Verse 29. My Father Yahweh, which gave them me, is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. Alright, so, if you're the elect, nothing and nobody can remove you from being a part of the elect. Okay. Now, there's a penalty for taking that RFID micro C-hip. Okay. And it's in Revelation chapter 14 verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb Yahushai. That's right. Okay. You're going to be targeted with an ICBM missile. Okay. Verse 11. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast, alright, and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Okay. So these are the times that we're coming into. Alright. So, I don't want to rattle out. This lesson was edifying. Again, double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well, leading the flock by example. In closing, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rukakwadash. Alright, and with that, stay prayed up, pray for one another, pray for the apostles and elders. Okay? Keep studying, keep fasting. Okay, keep pushing. And with that, Kwame Asherala, Wa Abad Babal, we got next, Lord willing, Shalom to the elect.